What's up, everybody? I wanted to talk about opportunity. In my last video, I was talking about making sure that your thinking and your mental is aligned with your action. And that keeps you from going in circles in life. But something that gets left out is opportunity. And I think that opportunity is something that isn't discussed enough. A lot of the people that I watch on YouTube or things that show up in my social media feeds and my algorithm is either about things that people are doing that are showing off their success, or it's basically telling you what they did to become successful. But what they fail to mention, or sometimes if they do mention, they fabricate, is opportunity and how important that is in you getting to anywhere you want to be in life. Like if I wanted to make it in sports, I'd have to be given an opportunity to prove what I can do and show that I would be valuable in order to gain value myself. And if you're never giving the opportunity, you could work as hard as you want to work and you could put in all of the hours and the time and the preparation of becoming whatever it is that you want to do. And if you're not given the opportunity to show it, then it means nothing. And we live in a world where everybody's selling us a dream about what can be, because it feels like more people are successful than there are people that are failures. Or maybe that's just me and what I see. But it feels like there's a lot of people who are able to make a life for themselves where they feel successful. But we don't really talk about the opportunities that were given to them to even be in that position. I could go to school and try to get my degree for a job, but it's going to be me and a million other people who went to school for the same thing, all competing for the same job. And what is going to give me the opportunity to get there? Well, we live in a place where not everybody looks alike. So you might lose some points there. Not everybody dresses alike in a way, but not everybody dresses alike. So that might lose you a point. And your hairstyle might be a little different. And so that might lose you a point. And you may come in cold turkey knowing nobody in this industry, and that will lose you a point. And we play the game on a point system. And the one that gives you the most points is not skill, it's not experience. What gives you the greatest chance of being successful at anything you do, because we're all capable of being great at everything if we really put our mind to it. I mean, you've seen people that are like midgets that can, like, sorry about the word, but like you see short people who can dunk. It's there's if you put your mind to something, you are very capable of doing it. Might take you a little longer than some other people, but you're still capable of doing it. I'm saying that to say, if we're all capable of doing things and maybe in limited capacities, the greatest advantage that you will ever have is not what you know, but who you know. And who you know will always give you the upper hand in the point system of becoming successful. So if you grow up and you don't have a very big extended family or family that's successful that can give you an opportunity in what they do, well, then you have to go find opportunity in another lane. And if you don't know anybody in that lane, well, then you'll have to settle for something that you are probably more capable or overqualified for in order to try to get to that position. But even if you stay down and stay persistent and stay consistent, just because you're prepared doesn't mean the opportunity is going to come for you and give you a chance. And that leaves you where you go, well, damn, where do I go from here? And I wonder sometimes, like, I'm sure that there's other people who feel the same way, where it's, you're just like, well, where do I go from here? Like, I remember being young and trying to play sports, and there was no plays that were, drawn up for me. My plays were drawn up to make sure that other people got a chance to shine. And so you do your part and you make sure that those people get their opportunity to shine. And sorry, I'm just kind of rambling, but there wasn't anything that was set up for me to be successful. And maybe because I probably had an overinflated sense of my skill set. I thought that, okay, there's things that I could do where I could help a team win. And I'm very good at doing those things. But there was never opportunity set up for me to be able to really showcase that. And so, like football, I had a coach. His name was Russell White. He was a Hall of Fame running back at Cal. He used to tell me, football would probably be the sport where, you could kind of make it in college and you're really good at this. So my senior year of football comes around, and mind you, I come from a background that's not that healthy. And so I moved a lot. I went to 4 different high schools, and it was because I was just trying to find a place to live. And my senior year, they don't allow me to play football. And the reason why they didn't allow me to play football from, through the grapevine type of thing, I don't really know. But is, oh, well, because you went to this high school your sophomore year, and now this school that you're at, well, your senior year, they play that school, and you might know the playbook still, which you'll probably be a factor in the outcome of the game. I was a 15, 14-year-old kid. I'm now 16, 17, no, 17, 18. How am I going to remember that playbook? I don't even remember the test I took last week that I got an A on. Why am I going to remember the playbook? And even still, if I'm one player, how am I going to change the entire outcome of the game? Anyways, didn't get my senior year of football. Wasn't given the opportunity. Okay. But they gave me basketball. I had somebody who was willing to fight for me, which was the basketball coach. They made sure that I played my senior year of basketball. College comes around, I try to play sports. Basketball, the coach already doesn't like me before I even get onto the campus. I was already told from people that were already on the team that how he felt about me. Wasn't given an opportunity. Thought, okay, well, you know what? Let me try, you know, to see if I can prove that I'm worthy. They didn't get given the opportunity. So then I go, well, you know what? I'm not really getting that many opportunities. Let me see if I can do good in school. And maybe if I just get my grades up, I'll be at this junior college and, I'll get a chance to get school done this way and maybe be given like some opportunities as far as like grants and things like that. I do really good in school. I get my AA, and then I transfer to another school. Have to take out a few loans, but we say forget it. We'll make it happen. And, I'll get a degree, and that'll give me a chance to get a job. And then that job will give me a chance to have a better life than the one that I'm at. And then I get about 80% of the way to getting my bachelor's degree. And then the school goes, well, we know that we kind of let you in with all of the credits that you came with, but you're not going to be able to get your degree with us because these credits are at our standards. And because these credits are not at our standards, you're going to have to essentially take all of those classes that you took and that you pay for when you were in junior college, where you're going to have to take those all over again here. I'm I'm like a semester, I'm like semester and a half away from, supposed to be getting my degree. So that opportunity gets killed. Maybe I could have had some resilience, but given my life circumstances, I really didn't have the chance to be able to do that. So I leave school and I say, oh, well, the hell with school. I tried it a couple more times, just wasn't working out. Forget it. I'll make another way. So then you get a job. And then you start working the job and you try to do the job exactly the way that they would like it to be done. But that doesn't lead you to opportunities to make him a bigger check. What it leads to is you being stuck in the place that you're at. And then if you want to move up to a position that would make you some more money, well, you'll just have to wait till next time around, because this time around they're giving it to the manager's friend or somebody the manager worked with at a previous job. So then you're stuck at a plateau there at your job. And then that's all you can make, is whatever you make is what you make. Now, you can try to be smart with that and go do something with that, but you still got to survive. And it's not like you got people that you could just lean on to help you make it somewhere when you come from a foundation that isn't already set up in the matrix of things, isn't already going along with the flow. So then your opportunities become limited. And then you go to a city where you don't know anybody, and now you really can't get any opportunities. You didn't get any opportunities in the city that you knew people, so you go to a city where you don't know people, and there's still no opportunities for you because that's just the way it goes. And then it makes me think about, well, what are my dreams? And my dreams were, I really like sharing my art. And I think that I do my art in a way that other people don't do it, and that would give it value. But then you have to have the opportunity for people to see you. So you go, oh, well, social media gives me an opportunity for people to see me. But then social media is only going to be the people that you know. And I guess the next stage of opportunity would be, well, maybe you can be in the city where, things are moving and you can meet somebody. But then how do you meet somebody? Where do you go to meet somebody? Oh, well, you should just kind of be chilling at a studio. You can't just chill at a studio. You got to be paying for studio time. And then it clicked. Oh, I get it. Opportunity is about how much money you got. If you want to make it anywhere in this life, and if you want to be successful at anything, it doesn't matter how good you are. It matters who you know and how much money you got. And if you don't got those two things, or at least one of those things, you're not going to be successful. Not in the way that maybe you would desire to be. Or maybe I can be proven wrong. But at this point and in this juncture in my life, I have come to the realization is that, if people don't naturally attract to you, if people are naturally put off by you because of whatever it may be, the way you look, the dress, smell, talk, accent, whatever, well, then you wouldn't be able to kiss enough ass to get yourself an opportunity. And if you don't look like an opportunity for other people, meaning you got good things going on and you got things moving, then people are not going to give you a chance. And that's how you stay where you're at. It's very seldom that the rich get richer. It's like the middle class people stay middle class people. The broke people stay broke people. And the people at the highest, they're the ones that stay the highest. If 100 million away from a billion, what difference does it make? At that point. So it's like, oh well, the rich get richer. It's like, well, what does it even matter at that point? What matters is that everybody stays in their place on the triangle. And if you want to be one of those people that get the opportunity to get out of the stage or the placement in life that you're in, you better hope that people really are drawn to you, or you better have some money. And all of the gurus that are on YouTube or on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or whatever social media you use, they're all playing that same game. And unless you're like a gamer or a streamer, which even those people, it feels selected. Most of us are invisible. Even if you got something that is incredibly visible, because the game rewards its own. So when I hear the success stories of the people who, I came from nothing and look at me now, they leave out all of the details that let you know how they got their opportunity. Because I guarantee you, none of them did it by themselves. And they're the man or they're the woman and they're the person that's super successful and they know it all. But nobody talk about the people that open the doors for them. And most of the time when people do get doors open for them, they shut them behind themselves, or they open it up to the people that's they people. Right? Like I'm gonna hire my family before I hire you. You know, that's just my thoughts. And maybe I was feeling that way because I couldn't sleep and I was overthinking, but I just feel like I haven't been given an opportunity to prove myself. And I think that there are more people in the world who feel exactly like that than there are people who strap your bootstraps up and you gotta grind and you gotta get on your hustle. You gotta, you gotta make sure that you do it. Like one of the favorite people, you gotta boss up. What does that mean? Where does that where does that lead me? Oh, I can't tell you how to get it. You just, I could just tell you how I got it. Everybody got the answers, but don't nobody got the answers. And until I'm proven wrong, I will go by the fact that it's all about opportunity. And if you ain't got no money and if you ain't cool, you're not getting opportunity. It's just as simple as that. And how do you become cool? Is it something that's innate in you, or is it something that you can practice? Can you practice at being cool? I don't know. As far as money goes, you're only going to know what you know about money. You're only going to be able to get the amount of money that you've gotten until you learn something more. And then if you learn something more, then you realize, oh, I need more. I need more money, or I need more knowledge about money. So then you're still stuck, because who's going to give you an opportunity? Makes sense why, most of the people that's in the league, any league, they're related to somebody who was already in the league. Makes sense why back in the old days when you were a blacksmith and your last name was what you did, which was a blacksmith, your son was a blacksmith and his son was a blacksmith. You get it? You know? I don't know. Just thinking out loud, the last few uploads, I just been saying what's on my mind. I haven't really wrote down anything or put anything in order. Pretty much just saying how I feel. So hopefully my nihilism didn't affect you and giving yourself an opportunity. And if you do have opportunities, or if you did have opportunities, be thankful for those things, because that is what brought you your success, not your hard work, not your skill. Those things are very minute when it comes to the overall success of a being in this world. Your success is predicated on one thing and one thing only, and that is called opportunity. Till then, till the next one, stay suave and stay stupid.